Hey folks, Quill18 here, bringing you another League of Legends audio commentary. This time I'm in playing as Janna once again. Well, once again, I don't play her very often, but it's not my first video of her. And I'm laming here with Jay is Awesome, who's playing as Mordekaiser, a hero we don't see all that often. Mord is a funny sort of hero. Against the right group and with the right kind of start, he just becomes indestructible and yet has incredible burst damage. And with the wrong start, it's kind of miserable. But Jay is Awesome is a great player, so I'm sure everything is going to be awesome in this particular game. Looks like, okay, this is a little bit into the game. We are level 4 at this point. I don't know if I forgot to start recording or what, but this is what I have. So, looks like we're still 0-0-0, so I don't think we've missed any kills here. And we are laning against a Nasus and an Eve. Now, an Eve. Man... Okay, Eve is cool, right? If you want to play like the stealthy assassin type, whatever, Eve does that really well. Well, no, not really well, but that's the role she sort of, in theory, fills. The problem is Eve is actually a really bad hero. She needs to be buffed or something. I think the problem with Eve is, if they would buff Eve so that she would be competitive at the mid to higher level play, she would just 100% dominate all low-level games. Because, I don't know, for some of us it's been a little while since we've been playing this game, a few months. We may not remember what it was like starting out, but starting this game, Eve and Twitch on the other team meant you were just going to die over and over and over. Eve and Twitch dominate low-level play, 100% when they're around. But Eve does not maintain that as she levels. So... when I see an Eve on the other team, I sort of silently chuckle to myself because I think it's going to be an easy game. And when I see an Eve on my team, well, I'll have to admit a lot of times I Q-dodge. Q-dodging is not something I do very often, but I will do it for Eve because I think she's pretty bad. And it's not the fault of anyone who's playing her, it's just the fault of the hero itself. So I don't know what Riot can do, I have no suggestions. They're kind of in a bad spot. They may not be able to do anything at all. Looks like we've just ignited Eve, speaking of, and gotten a first blood on Jay is Awesome. So that's good, because Eve can be a threat if she's able to get a few early kills, sort of get a head start on things, and then she just dominates, especially if you've got squishy people on your team. But if you can get a kill on her early on, you've pretty much shut her down, and feeding Mord does help to make him virtually indestructible, and a really good sort of DPS tank combo. I don't know if he's really like the hardest core of all the tanks, but he is tanky, while still doing a lot of damage, being big AoE threat and good in group fights. Very, very nice, despite not having any CC. Anyway, let's talk about Janna a little bit. I have made a couple of videos for her. When I have played her, I go for primarily an AP style build, depending on my team and what I feel like and whatever. A lot of times I will start with the Rod of Ages. That may be what I'm going for here. It looks like I've picked up Clarity. Usually if I have Clarity, I get a Rod of Ages. If I don't have Clarity, then I will start off with a, what's it called? Tear of Angel? Is that right? The one that goes into the Archangel Staff, gives you lots of mana regen. Oh, perfect catch with the tornado there. Are we not able to catch heals? Oh, good, finish her off. Yeah, she leapt right into the path of the tornado because I sort of expected her to turn around and go back. That's why you'll see in a lot of videos when I'm playing a character that's got a skill shot, you'll see me do really weird misses a lot. It's because a lot of times I'm expecting people to run away. Try to escape the skill shot or to escape me as I move forward. So I'm trying to lead into that. It doesn't always work out, but like this time it worked out beautifully because if I had aimed it at her, she would have just dodged it completely. But by aiming it where I did, I was able to catch her and we got the kill. Summoner spells. Right now I'm running Flash and Clarity. So I was talking about Clarity. I do like it for mana regen. But actually what I've been doing the most recent times I play is I actually go Clarity plus Clairvoyance. I feel that Janna really doesn't need any other summoner spell other than Clarity. And of course you can make do without Clarity if you go for a mana regen build. But I like to go focus more on AP and a little bit of survivability than regen itself, so Clarity compensates for that quite nicely. So rather than going something like Flash, I pick up Clairvoyance, which helps out the entire team. It's very, very nice, but as you can see, I'm not running it this time. So, looks like I picked up a vision ward here. Probably sight ward, vision ward. I don't remember the names of them, but I bet this is the one that costs 150 gold and allows you to see invisibility. In fact, I should have dropped it already. I may have forgotten that I had it by the time I got back to the lane. May have gotten distracted. I should definitely be dropping it. I think Mordekaiser, you saw him teleport there. I think he may have been trying to lure out Eve. A lot of times people are teleporting. Sometimes they've opened the store or they aren't paying attention or something like that. So it's a good time to catch them with a gank attempt. But she didn't go for it, or she's not here, or I don't know what. Oh, I have put down my ward. Oh, there we go, just now. I just noticed it wasn't in my inventory anymore. So I plopped it down here, which will allow us to take a fairly aggressive forward position, but still get good sight. There's a lot of places that you can put the wards. You may want to put them in the bush so that it can actually see inside the bush, but then you're only getting about half the lane in terms of visibility. Sometimes you want to place it closer to the entrance to, say, the river or something. Looks like I'm going to try to get some beats on Nasus here. With my shield up, I can absorb a lot of damage, plus do a little bit extra. I do knock him up, but I spent a lot of time inside of his tormented soil there, so I'm not feeling really good, and I definitely am going to have to back off, just in case Eve made an appearance. I'm going to try to look at the mini-map here. I think she's got to be somewhere else, but I don't know where she is. I haven't seen her. I'm very confused. I have a healing potion. I should use it. Oh, okay, apparently I've already drank one. I've got an extra one sitting around. Oh, I'm able to catch Nasus there and give him a little bit of damage. I even hit him with my Zephyr. So skill-wise, what I like to go first on Janna... Oh, we may be able to get a kill here on Nasus. Nope, Tornado just misses him, which is too bad, because I think it would have been just enough damage to get him to die, since Mord still had the ult on him. And yeah, he's gone. I can't really chase here, because I got to worry about getting Eved. Oh, Eve is at the bottom, so that's okay. But he's definitely gone, so we will just hopefully get down the straight. So skills, yes. I either start with my Q ability, which is the Tornado, or the E ability, which is the Bubble. Sometimes it just depends on what mood I'm in. Sometimes it depends on a few other factors. I get all three abilities by level 3. But then I generally level up my E ability, my Bubble, as my primary, because I really like it for helping to defend my teammate. While I do like to have Howling Gale, that's the Tornado, be strong, the knockup doesn't get improved as you rank it up. So the 1 rank is enough to do most of the job. Oh, looks like we catch Nasus here in the bushes. Gonna hit him a little bit. I am standing in the tormented soil, but I'm not too worried about getting killed here, especially with my flash. But yeah, we just don't have the damage to kill Nasus. He's got too many hit points, and neither me nor Mord are very high damage people. So yeah, I get the Bubble because it scales up nicely. It becomes a very effective defense for yourself or your teammates. Also, it really helps getting the last hits in. I like to put the Bubble on, assuming I've got some mana to spare. I put the Bubble on, and then I can very reliably last hit minions because it gives you a good amount of bonus damage. But it really helps early on against harassment in the lane. And of course, if you're getting ganked or you're trying to do a gank, there's a pretty decent chance that you can do something good with it. So it looks like they're going after Nidalee here. They're not going to catch her. Nidalee's impossible to chase. She moves so much faster than anyone else. There's Eve poking around in the middle. I don't know if we've got a Oracles yet. I'm going to assume that we don't. Yeah, so we're going to have to just be a little bit cautious. Hopefully someone... I would be a good candidate for it, as would Mord. Oh, she comes in to pick off Ezreal, but somehow Ezreal survives. Did I bubble him? Yes, apparently I did bubble him. That may have been what made the difference there. I do like that ability. It scales nicely with AP. The damage doesn't increase with AP, but the amount of shielding does. So I go sort of like AP support in that way. I'm using a defensive build that is buffed considerably from AP. And of course AP helps my Q and W scale up, and of course my ultimate as well. So that's all very good. My W ability tends to be the last one that I level up, just because I don't find the extra slow or the extra speed on me to be that critical. And by the time that my E ability has sort of become maxed out, if I start getting ranks in Tornado, it becomes very, very good for farming. So those are my priorities: the E for support, the Q for farming, and then the W for sort of